Happy Saturday, everybody. It's generator maintenance day. So, these things are awesome, okay? They provide us power, pretty cheap, has like a gallon gas tank, lasts about 10 hours. Alright, that's like $2 for about half a day of power. It's not too bad. I mean, shoot, I've had PG&E bills which are way worse than that, alright? Just a couple words on it, that sometimes you think you do the maintenance, but you don't, okay? You see this little puddle right here? The wet area? That's all my gas. We heard this thing running crazy rough last night. Good luck carrying me over the guineas. And it was dying under hardly any load at all. You know, this thing's rated for 1200 watts. We had, I think, a light on and a fan, you know, like 200 watts, and it was sitting there like just dying, right? So we come out here, mess around with everything. We take the gas tank off, pull it, take the spark plug wire off, pull the spark plug, clean the air filter. What else is there? Oh yeah, change the oil and fill the gas, right? There's not really too much more except the spark arrestor, which we also cleaned out. But after we, turned it back on, it still stuttered and wanted to die. It was insane. We sat out here until about like 1 in the morning or something like that trying to fix this with our flashlights. We were about to give up when we just, Bianca actually said, have we really cleaned out the spark arrestor, because it just seems like it gets going for a second and then dies immediately, like we're able to hear it start surging. So I was like, yes, dear, of course I cleaned out the spark arrestor. She then looks at me, grabs a screwdriver, undoes the spark arrestor, says, okay, go ahead and turn it on. Then, these huge black chips fly out of it, okay? Huge! I mean, look at how thick this thing is. That is not good. Could you imagine if that was in your lungs? You'd be hacking and coughing. I set it aside, but unfortunately the wind blew it away, okay? The problem was, there was a piece of this, you see it's just pure carbon, about the diameter of my thumb, okay? Not even joking, another phrase that I need to stop saying all the time, it was about this big of round, solid, and those black flecks are the rest of it, okay? All the small pieces that were in front of it. So we took the spark arrestor off, started it up, and then bam, this huge puck flies out. We turn it off, start it back up, everything's amazing. This right here is a voltage meter, okay? You can see that it has like 0, 240, 110, and like 220, okay? So these black spots are settings areas. Like this right here is what all the normal power uses. This right here is what big stuff uses mostly. So you want this needle to stay right here. We were messing with it, and the needle like would start here perfectly, and then immediately go and like lay down here, right? And there's no way to get it to stay at 110. The second that puck of carbon flew out, we started it back up, it hovered immediately perfectly at 110. And it hasn't had a problem since. So my whole point of this is, you may think you do maintenance, but then stuff happens where you mess up the maintenance, okay? Point in case, this pile of gas right here. All my gas, a whole gallon of it, dropped into the desert. Why? This thing right here, this is part of the carburetor assembly, okay? This bowl, also known as the fuel canister or fuel bowl, holds the gas. So you undo this, all the gas falls out. We found a ton of sand particles in there. We thought that might be the problem too. So then we just tighten this back on, get it started, get the carbon thing fixed, and it runs until we fall asleep. Keep in mind, we went to sleep at 1:30, woke up around 6, no generator running. So under 4 hours of running generator, come out here trying to figure out why. See this giant puddle of gasoline. I only tightened this lightly with a wrench. Not tight enough. There's an O-ring it had to compress. After that, I switched the fuel, which is right here, back to being on, and the drip stopped. How did I discover this? Well, I came out and said, wow, that's weird, the generator burned through all the fuel. Refilled it and watched it start dripping all over the place. Sometimes you just got to wait for the generator to point out what is wrong with itself. That goes for pretty much all maintenance. Unfortunately, that's just kind of the phase you go through, waiting for the equipment to scream in pain before you grease or oil it, right? That's why maintenance schedules are important. We would have run this generator into the ground if we would have gone by the every 100 hours, okay? 100 hours at full load is not the same as 100 hours at barely any load. The machine wears differently. So, this is my plea to everyone who has equipment that needs to be maintained. Maintain it often, maintain it correctly, and have your wife come out and do maintenance again. She'll probably find something you missed. Alright, that's it for now, everyone. Go check your spark arrestor doubly. Have a good afternoon. Enjoy your Saturday. Hey, here I am again. Okay, so I'd already finished the video and was like halfway done uploading it when I tripped over this. This is the puck thing. You can see it cleaved in half right there along the center. That was clogging the spark arrestor, okay? So I just want to show you the spark arrestor. And that, you see how big that is? You can see there's basically the whole inner diameter of it. That's how thick it is. This machine cannot breathe without this clear. Can you breathe if your lungs are clogged? Probably not, right? Exhaust and breathing system is the lungs of the generator. So, this is what caused everything right here. This tiny piece of carbon that was totally, perfectly trapped inside there. Also, that draws a conclusion, all of our generator troubles. Why do they matter? Well, we're 7 miles off a dirt road, off a grid. This is our only source of power outside of a tiny trickle solar charger recharging a battery for a pump. For water. This is the only source of power we have to power anything. Our fridge, our freezer, any power, a fan for the heat, everything. If you watch earlier video, our neighbor did just give us a 7 horsepower, like triple size generator, but ended up having a problem we had to order a part for. Not a big deal, it's only 20 bucks, it's like a $1,000 generator, but we still have to install it. We're not really too familiar with installing this kind of stuff, so it's new for us. We're just kind of holding off. We don't have any really big draw yet, maybe the table saw later, our PC. The main thing that kind of stopped us from running towards this one is that, well, this one does just fine. It only can run one thing. So there was no need for us to go through almost 5 gallons of gas a day when we can go through 1 gallon of gas a day and do almost everything we can. Outside of maintenance on your equipment, it's really, really important that you size everything correctly. Okay, could you imagine if I had a generator that was 3 times this size and had like a 15-gallon gas tank and I had to refill it daily? Their generator's that big. Anyways, again, a word I need to stop saying, I'm sorry. That's that. Make sure your generator can breathe. And size your equipment right. And then you'll go through as little gas as I do. A couple gallons a day is not bad. $5 in fuel a whole day, 24 hours, it's nothing. Try driving your car for 24 hours at max speed. It's going to be more than $5. Alright, let's see what a well-maintained generator seems to start like. Here's the pull cord that broke. I have a knot on it. I normally have to pull and pull and pull on this kind of stuff. Let's see how it does.